Hello, Cass. May I come in?
The clerk at the front desk said you were some kind of detective.
Oh, I wonder what gave him that impression.
I'm not answering any more questions.
5 minutes.
I've already told you everything I know.
Well, if you talk to me now, Cass, I might be able to save you some embarrassing moments on the witness stand.
You're all wet.
Maybe I can dry off while we talk. So.
Why don't you just put that on the floor?
Now let's talk. Cass, when you were staking out Smiley's Diner in that place where Alma was staying, Happy's Motel, maybe you saw something.
Saw what?
Anything. I just want you to remember back. You might have overlooked some little detail that'll be vital in my defense of Cecile.
You actually believe I'd help her?
Cass, I'm
help
just asking...
Cecile? What are you, nuts? She gets no help from me. You understand that? No help from me.
Well, is there something I can do for you, make you more comfortable? Can I fix your covers or something?
No. No, thank you.
Maybe I should just leave for a few minutes and let you get some sleep, huh?
Where's Larry?
He's at work.
Oh, I want Larry. He hasn't come to see me all day.
Well, Ma, he has a job to do. He's a cop. He's on duty right now. I'm sure he'll come as soon as he gets a chance.
Larry's been strange. He's acting strange.
What do you mean?
Well, last time he was here. Not like my Larry.
Ma, there's one thing you can be sure of. Your son Larry loves you very, very much.
No. I'm not sure of that at all. I'm not sure anybody loves me.
Well, that raincoat should be dry in no time. Don't worry. Brian, I appreciate you coming over here like this. I really do. I was going to come over to see you, but these storms really scare me to death.
Well, this is no day to be driving around, I can tell you that.
Well, let's go into the living room, shall we? Can I get you anything, Brian? Oh, how about a nice hot cup of tea?
Oh, no, thank you. I'll just dry off a bit and then be on my way back to City Hall.
Okay, I won't keep you. I know how busy you are with affairs of state and all of that.
No city affairs, thank goodness.
Well, Brian, did you manage to...
Yes, I transferred the money you need to my checking account.
Oh, Brian. Oh, thank you. Oh, Brian, I knew you'd come through for me. I knew it.
Cecile, I can't give you the money in a lump sum.
What?
No, what I suggest we do is let me assume responsibility for all of your bills.
My bills?
Yes, you give your bills to me and I'll see that they're paid.
Another world. This part is brought to you by Ivory Liquid, the mild dishwashing liquid with rich, soft suds to gentle your hands. Ivory Liquid helps hands look young.
You're going to pay my bills?
Yes, you send them over to my office and I'll see that they're taken care of.
Brian, that's not what we agreed to, though.
Cecile, I agreed to help you, and that's what I intend to do.
Brian, I need cash right now.
Because you told me you sold your jewelry.
Yes, I sold my jewelry, but that money's not going to last me very long.
All right. I'll deposit $500 in your checking account, and you can buy food and gasoline,
Yeah,
whatever.
Brian, well, look. Why don't you just give me the whole $10,000 in one sum, and I'll deposit it in my account, and you won't have to bother with any of this. This is silly.
Well, my secretary pays all my bills, and she can pay yours as well.
Great. That's just great, Brian. And then your secretary can spread it all over town that I'm flat broke.
Cecile, my secretary is not a gossip. She's entrusted with information much more confidential than your finances.
I just don't want the woman knowing about my personal business, thank you.
All right. Then I'll pay all your bills myself.
What is this? You don't trust me, do you, Brian?
Look, if you need money to pay your bills...
Well, why else would I need the money, Brian?
For travel? As in jumping bail?
Jumping bail? Are you kidding? Well, you're just like everyone else in this town, aren't you, Brian? You just can't stand me.
Oh, that's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You and everyone else in this lousy town. Every time something rotten happens, me. It's always me. The finger points at me. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Mayor of Bay City. Cecile de Polignac does not have to jump bail because she did not kill Alma Rutter or anyone else, and she intends to prove that.
I sincerely hope you do.
I will, thank you. Without your help or the help of the rest of your pals, I can take care of myself, and you can forget about my bills. I'll pay my bills myself. I'll find some way to do it. And I'll take care of everything else by myself. Thanks for nothing.
You're asking me to put myself in Cecile's shoes?
Cass, I'm just
I've
asking you to
been
look...
there. She put me there.
I know, you told me.
You don't know anything, only what Cecile tells you.
That's not true, Cass.
Do you know why there's no one at Winthrop Publishing this morning?
No, I don't. Why?
Because I can't meet the payroll and I can't pay the rent. I had to let my secretary go. Felicia walked out on me, and now I have to try to come up with the money to buy out her 50% of my business.
And you think that that is Cecile's fault?
You're damn right it is.
I'm not so sure.
About what?
Well, about Cecile's guilt, for one thing.
Now, wait a minute. Are you saying that you don't think she killed Alma?
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you were just trying to get the charges reduced.
Well, I changed my mind. I am now thoroughly convinced that there's at least one other person in Bay City who wanted Alma dead.
Nobody wanted her dead more than Cecile. I'm sure of that. Hello. Send Mr. Keller up, please. Thank you. Somebody's coming up to discuss some business. So, your 5 minutes is up anyway. Why don't you pick up your coat and go?
Business? I thought you said you were out of business.
I'm holding on by a thread, by a very thin thread, and I'm not letting go. Now, I'm sure you can find your own way out.
Oh, tell me something, Cass. What if Cecile is not guilty?
I am through talking about Cecile. Now get out of here!
You will talk about Cecile on the stand, my friend, and at that point I will take my kid gloves off. And don't forget something. Your story is not a particularly pretty one.
Maybe not. But at least it's the same story, and at least it's the truth. Cecile murdered Alma Rutter.
Julia, here's the next tape for you to transcribe. Oh.
Oh, Miss Gallant, you startled me. I was just finishing your last chapter and dozed off a little.
Well, I hope my next chapter is a little more stimulating. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do a major rewrite immediately.
Oh, no, your book was very stimulating. It's just me. I had a slight case of insomnia last night.
Insomnia? Is that what they're calling it these days?
What do you mean?
Aren't you sure it was maybe a hot date? Come on, Julia. You can tell me the truth. Did you go out on the town last night or what?
No, Miss Gallant, I didn't have a date last night. As a matter of fact, I haven't been dating very much at all lately. It's been kind of dull.
Dull my foot. Come on, I don't believe that for a minute. If I know Gil Fenton, he is not letting you stay home and play solitaire very often.
I don't know. Solitaire's a pretty nice game. I like it.
You probably never played solitaire a day in your life, Miss Shearer. I think you better get started on this tape. Now, I have to go out in a little while, and when I come back, we will review what we've got so far, okay?
Okay, where are you going?
Well, actually, I have an appointment with Peter Love at Corey Publishing. It's to see if I legally can take Moonlight Desire away from you-know-who.
Cass.
Please. The very mention of the man's name makes me ill. But if if I can blow his career out of the water, I know I will be restored to health again.
Well, you know, he still has Passion's Progress and Marshall Peters' novel.
Yes, but that's all he's got right now, I'm happy to say. And as soon as the sales die down, he will be a man without a penny, and certainly without a penthouse. I want him out of this building and out of my life. Well, I think I'd better get dressed. I think I will wear something bold and dramatic today. I don't feel very demure.
Hello, Miss Gallant Suite.
Julia, it's Kath.
Oh, hi.
Is Felicia there?
Uh-huh. She's in the other room.
All right, well, just listen. I know you can't talk to me. I'm up here at the penthouse with my editor, Bert Keller, and we want to go over the revisions on Savage Lump.
When?
When can you get up here?
Soon. I'll, ask for a lunch break in about 5 or 10 minutes.
All right, I'll see you then.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Julia, who was that?
Oh, that was just a few of my friends inviting me to go to lunch.
Huh.
Is now a good time?
Well, my meeting is in an hour. When you get back, you've really got to get cracking on that tape, all right?
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'll type with the wind.
Oh.
Good luck on your meeting.
Yes, really. You know, I must remember while I'm there to ask Mac about renting his apartment now that he's getting married. I really can't stand this place another minute. It has too many bad memories of Cass Winthrop. Ugh. Well, I was planning on shopping for wedding presents today, but I don't think that storm is going to let up.
Well, maybe you should go tomorrow. I'll join you. I don't know what to buy them.
Well, Blaine and Sandy should be no problem. I mean, I know pretty much what they need, but Rachel and Mac are going to be really tricky to shop for.
Well, how about a toaster?
The very thing.
Hey.
Why don't we each give them one?
It's a deal.
Terrific. So who's your meeting with?
Felicia Gallant.
Uh-oh. Maybe I'll sit in on this one.
Why?
She's a leg grabber.
Oh, really? Well, how do you know about that?
Jamie told me he used to go to her place on business. She would virtually attack him.
Well, what exactly does she do?
Just grabs your leg.
Well, that sounds very nice and friendly to me.
Friendly. Well, you just watch out.
Yes, ma'am. You know, I've never been to a double wedding. I wonder what it'll be like.
It'll be lovely. Out in the garden under the trees.
What will ours be like? And when?
I think in the fall. I want autumn leaves. Red and gold.
And you shall have them. I'll pray for an early autumn. Maybe, first week in September.
Or, you know, the leaves really don't turn fully until around October.
Well,
Really,
I don't know. With all this crazy weather we've been having lately, you know, it just might be the first week in September.
Okay, yeah.
What you've done so far is okay, Julia, but it just isn't enough of it.
I've revised almost 2/3 of it.
I thought you would have finished all of it by now.
But I want it to be good, not just finished.
So do we, Julia, but there are deadlines to meet.
Cass, I'm trying, but I've got another job as well. I've been working all night to get this book finished. There just aren't enough hours in the day.
You'll have to find them.
Cass, I know things are difficult for you right now. So even if the rewrites are good, there's a possibility you won't even be able to publish it.
Julia, you let me worry about that.
Ed, look.
I'm counting on you, that's all.
You two work this out. All I know is you've got me for another week, and I've got to see a full revision before then.
You will, Bert.
I'd better. You know, this is beginning to look like amateur night in Dixie. Let me know.
Maybe he's right. Maybe I am an amateur.
Now, don't worry about Bert. That's just his manner. He likes what you're doing. I know he does.
Kaz, I don't know if I'll be able to finish it by next week.
Julia, you'll finish it, and it's going to be wonderful. The first book is always the hardest.
It's not that it's hard. It's just that I want more time to devote to it.
Well, someday you'll have that luxury, Julia. But in the meanwhile, you're doing fine, and you are going to be published. I'll find the money somehow, and then we're going right to the top. You're going to make them forget that Felicia Gillard ever knew how to spell.
I don't know, Kaz. She's very good, you know.
Yeah, I know. She is very good. But I really believe that you could be great. The question is that what you want? Do you want to be rich and famous? Do you want to walk by bookstores with windows full of Julia Shearer novels?
Yes, I do. You know I want that, more than anything.
Then you'll have it. One more week of hard work and you're on your way.
Do you think Bert really likes it?
He wouldn't be hanging around if he didn't like it. He knows talent, Julia. He's one of the best editors in the business. I even gave him a percentage. That's how much I think of Bert's ability.
Okay. I'll have it ready for him by the middle of next week.
That's my girl.
I'm a woman, Cass.
I'm sorry.
A woman that's going to work all night, every night, from here on in.
Right to the top, Julia. I promise you.
Well, it looks like Cass Winthrop's going to be a very powerful witness for the prosecution, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It looks like my only chance is to try to discredit him on cross-examination, and unfortunately, that's a long shot. He is really determined to get you, Cecile.
I just can't believe it. I mean, after everything we've been through together, how can he do this to me?
He says that you turned on him. I mean, he says that you almost had him arrested for murder that he couldn't have committed.
I was so positive that he killed Alma Rudder. I didn't do it.
Well.
He was the logical suspect.
So?
I mean, the cops thought he did it, too. It wasn't just my idea.
Well, now he's trying the same thing with you. He says that you betrayed him, and now he is getting his revenge.
Don't talk that way to me, okay?
Wait a minute, Cecile. I am only repeating what he said. I am trying to help you.
Sorry.
All right. Look, Cecile, I think what we've got to do now is try and find somebody in Bay City who had it in for Alma enough to murder her.
Right, Mark. That's what I've been saying all along.
But the problem is that everybody I seem to speak to only thinks about themselves, and that includes you, Cecile.
What are you talking about? I have told you everything I know. What do you want from me?
What I want from you is for you to forget your feelings and your fears and think. For example, did you see anybody that you recognized when you went to Alma's room the day that she was killed?
No.
Did you see anybody that came out of the motel?
No, Mark, there may have been somebody, but I didn't see them. I was paying the cab driver. I'm sorry, I just didn't notice. You know, you're right. You'd better find another suspect. Because you're not going to find anyone willing to defend me. Everyone hates me in this town.
Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, Rachel Davis believes that you're innocent. At least we have
Rachel, what good is she going to do me on the stand? She has no proof that I didn't do it. Besides, Mark, they'll probably have her tell about how I broke into her house looking for the diary.
Yeah, she will probably have to talk about the break-in. That's true.
So she'll be more harm than good. Great. That's great. Have they set a date yet for this trial?
We'll be on the docket in late August.
Late August.
Late August.
One more month of freedom. I'll tell you, Mark, if I have to go to jail for something I didn't do, I'm going to go crazy. I know I am. You know that I will. I will go crazy.
I am going to do everything I can to prevent that from happening.
Oh, Mark. What are you going to do? How can you keep me from going to jail? How?
Anytime you feel downhearted.
Don't you just love that song?
Yes, very nice.
I heard that song at my first dance in Claxton. That's where I met Fred, your pa. I thought my life would be so pretty, like the song. But it turned out so bad. Turn it off.
What?
The music, turn it off.
I will, Ma. You just relax, okay? I will.
I kept track of cats, you know, up until a year ago.
Cat? You had a cat before. Is that what you're talking about?
Has Larry come yet?
No, not yet.
Where is he?
He'll be here real soon, Ma.
Someday you'll thank me.
Yeah, I know I will.
If I come through this.
You're gonna come through this, Ma. The only reason you're still in the hospital is because there was a little complication with the blood poisoning, but you're gonna be all right.
Such a pretty little thing.
Cat?
Someday you'll thank me.
Thank you for what, Ma?
Why isn't Larry here yet? He hasn't come to see me all day.
He'll be here real soon, Ma. Real soon.
Storms always sound louder up around the penthouse.
Well, yeah, that's because we're closer to the sky up here.
Here, this rain's doing a lot of damage. Are you, going to Miss Gallant's floor, Mr. Winthrop?
No, I'm going to meet my sister in the crystal room. Would you like to know what the rest of my day looks like?
Hello, George. George, if you don't get to the lobby in 10 seconds flat, this elevator is going to explode. And don't let anyone else on until I get off.
What the hell is going on?
It looks like the electricity went off. Don't worry, folks. It's only the storm. Now, the auxiliary generator will kick in just a minute. Now, don't panic. Just don't panic.
Who is panicking, George? But unless you want to be witness to another murder in Bay City, I suggest you get this elevator down in 5 seconds.
Oh, cool it, Felicia.
Oh, cool it, my foot. Now get this thing going, George. You're going to make me late for a meeting.
I'm sorry, Miss Gallant, but
And
there
a
is
very
nothing...
important meeting, I might add.
Aren't we busy?
Yes, busy. In fact, it's a meeting designed to make sure you're not busy.
Oh, really?
Yes, with Corey Publishing. And if all goes well, I plan to yank Moonlight Desire right out from under you.
You don't have a chance.
Oh, yeah, smart aleck attorney. I wrote the bloody book. If I don't want you to publish it, darling, you won't be publishing it.
Moonlight Desire doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the firm. You were a partner in that firm, Felicia.
Well, I'm not anymore.
Nevertheless, the book belongs to Winthrop Publishing. There's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if
I was
everyone
your
would just stay
murdering
calm.
little friend. And if there's any doubt about who I mean, you know, the little tramp Cecile.
I don't know how she is. I don't keep track of her, and I'd like very much not to keep track of you.
Well, you won't have to. Believe me, darling, but I do look forward to hearing every phase of your pitiful downfall,
If you
from
don't-
professionally to personally.
Felicia, I swear, if you don't shut up right now, I'm going to shut you up.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Just butt out, Buster.
now, I am the captain of this ship. Now, you must obey my instructions. Now, you will both be quiet.
Who the hell do you think you're talking to?
Don't you dare hit this man. He's older than you are, and he wears glasses.
What glasses?
Contact lenses.
Contacts? Yes, contacts. I was telling Miss Gallant the other day.
Shut up, George.
If you lay one finger on him, so help me, I will see to it that you share a cell with Cecile.
Push that button and get us down.
Hurry up, George. Take your hands off me.
With pleasure.
Step on it.
Ma? Ma, I gotta go back to work now, okay?
All right. Don't worry about me. I'm used to being alone.
Larry is going to be here any minute.
I don't think so.
Well, of course he is. Come on, please don't think that way. Ma, I hope you're better by next week so you can come to my wedding.
The wedding? Sandy.
Yes, Sandy.
Marrying rich. That's one way to do it.
Larry is going to be Sandy's best man, Ma. Isn't that nice?
And why would Sandy want to do that?
Because Larry and Sandy are very good friends, that's why.
But you and Sandy aren't on my side. You're on Clarice's. Larry's the only one on my side.
Shh, Ma, please. No one is taking sides now. Do you understand that?
Well, I'll speak to Larry about it. I want Larry.
He'll be here. He'll be here soon.
Run along, Blaine. Run along.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You've hardly touched your salad. Aren't you hungry?
You can thank your boyfriend for that.
All right, what did Mutt do?
He stopped by for one of his friendly grilling sessions.
About the Rudder murder?
What else? I don't know if you're still seeing him, Stace, but although I hope you're not, if you are, would you do me a favor and have him get off my back?
He's only doing his job.
He's turning into a regular Don Quixote. Now he thinks Cecile is innocent.
Well, that could be just some honest self-deception. When you work with a client day in and day out, you can very often begin to believe in her innocence.
Believing in Cecile's innocence is insanity, not self-deception. I had another little treat today. Stuck in an elevator with Felicia. What a nightmare. I could have killed her. And if I don't get out of the mess that I'm in right now, I will. And then you'll have a client you can defend for murder.
Look, I really don't want to get into an argument with you, but I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about this whole situation.
If you tell me that I brought this on myself...
Well, didn't you? Didn't you use Felicia to get ahead? Didn't you have an insane affair with Cecile? No one pushed you into doing either one of those things, Cass.
Ooh, you're such an understanding sister.
Thank you. What I don't understand is, how you can afford to eat in the crystal room when you are broke.
I'm putting it on my tab.
Isn't there going to be a day of reckoning soon?
Very soon.
No. You're going to have to do it on your own this time. I can't help you out.
I know, Stace. And I will, don't worry. And I know I've relied on you for too much already. Things have been pretty rough on you, too.
I'll survive. I'm not so sure my practice will with the way I'm losing clients, but...
You're losing clients because of the scandal with the Singleton divorce.
Oh, I see. See, it's funny how things were beginning to quiet down a little until you were brought in for questioning about the murder.
Oh, so it's my fault, too.
It's just the truth, Cass.
Stacy, if Mark's divorce becomes final, are you going to marry him?
He hasn't asked me lately.
I know that kind of guy. He thinks only of himself.
I think that Mark is thinking a lot about Cecile. I don't think he has time to think about much. But why don't you just let me handle that, all right? You just work on getting yourself back on your own feet.
Okay. I might be back on my own feet before you know it, too.
Julia's book?
I'm going to create another Felicia Gallant.
I don't understand why I can't pull Moonlight Desire back from Winthrop Publishing. I'm no longer a partner. I mean, I should be able to take my book anywhere I want.
Felicia, Miss Gallant, there are 5 very solid reasons why you can't take the book from Cass.
5?
Would you like me to enumerate them?
No, darling. Spare me the dreary legalese,
Well, I
please.
think you should understand your position, Miss Gallant.
I always understand my position, darling. And I wish you wouldn't call me Miss Gallant. If you call me Felicia, I will call you Peter.
Well, that sounds fair enough to me.
Good. Then why don't you come over here and sit down beside me? And you can tell me how I can wreck Winthrop Publishing.
Well, Winthrop is a small company, and it depends on just a handful of authors.
It's not even a handful, 4 to be exact.
Well, you take a big bestseller away from a company like that, it'll collapse.
I want it to collapse now.
Felicia, you have to be patient.
Patience, darling, is not one of my strong suits. I want to get to it right now. You know, Peter, why is it you're so much more charming than your sister Donna? But then, of course, you are a man.
Please, don't do that to me, Felicia.
Oh, well, whatever you say. I just wanted you to see a warmer side to me. I'm really not the vindictive woman that you've seen lately.
No, I'm sure you're not. Yeah, come on in.
Hi.
Hey.
How's the meeting going? Well, it was going quite well.
Well, we're finished now.
Yes. I think we are.
Well, I knew that you were in here, Miss Gallant.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I was wondering what would be a good time to discuss the artwork for Gone with the Dawn.
Any old time at all, darling. I should be finished with the first draft in about 6 days. You can read it and see what smashing ideas you can come up with.
Ooh, I can't wait. I'm dying to read it.
Good. I hope you like it. I do want my first book for Corey Publishing to be, well, to be a classic.
Well, I'm sure it will be, Felicia.
Yes, good. Well, I must be going. Oh, Sally, do you have any idea why Julia seems so tired these days?
I really don't know.
Neither do I. I mean, I know I can put in a 16-hour day, and I'm still ready for almost anything.
So did I save you?
Well, what if I told you you were too late?
I would kill. Oh, Blaine, what happened? You're soaked. I know. The police car dropped me off here. I got this wet just coming from the car to the door. No, I wasn't in an accident, but the roads out there are really terrible, you know? And I was coming from the hospital. Main Street is completely flooded, but it was I made it through that street just fine. Then I turned onto Elm Street while I was going just a little bit too fast, and I flooded the car.
I have to get you a towel.
Oh, thank you. I would love a towel.
You know, you were lucky that there was a police car there.
Oh, I know, and I knew one of the guys there. Oh, thank you. I knew one of the policemen, so he said that he would drop me off here. Plus, he let me use the car phone so I could call Sandy. He'll be here to pick me up in a few minutes.
Good. Honey, why don't you sit down? You look pretty exhausted.
Oh, thank you. Whew. I'm getting everything wet here.
It's okay.
I am pretty tired. I spent the whole morning in the hospital with Ma.
The whole morning, Blaine, have you had anything to eat today?
No, but that's okay. I'm not hungry.
How about just some toast or an English muffin?
No, really, I'm fine. I am. Where's Ada, anyway?
She's at police headquarters.
I wonder if Larry is still there. He was there earlier. Maybe he left.
I wouldn't know. Why?
Well, because he usually goes and visits Ma every single chance he gets, but he hasn't been there at all today. Besides, I thought today was his day off, isn't it?
I don't know, Blaine. I haven't been keeping track of that lately.
Well, anyway, I just think it's real strange that he hasn't been in to see Ma at all today.
How is your mom?
She's not in very good shape. They can't seem to get the infection out. They're going to keep trying all the things they can. She's not in pain, so that's good.
Well, were you able to talk to her? Was she sleeping?
She goes in and out. Sometimes she's very lucid, just like her old self. Other times she's delirious. She talks and says the strangest things, and I have to make believe I understand what she's talking about.
Oh, Sandy, oh!
To the rescue! I'm soaking wet!
Thank you for coming to save me.
My pleasure! Oh, how are you doing? You gonna be okay in this storm?
This house is tight as a drum, but those creatures must be awful out there.
Yeah, they are. Listen, we've got to get started, so grab your coat there. You know, the damnedest thing happened today. There was evidence at the complex that somebody broke into the editorial department last night and went through all the papers.
You're kidding. When did they discover that?
Well, they found out about at 11 o'clock today. Funny. But one of the side doors had been jimmied open, apparently.
Was anything taken?
No, nothing anybody could notice, but somebody was certainly looking for something.
Mark Singleton's articles.
Yeah, that's what I think, so we better get going to desk.
Yeah.
So let's get moving.
Okay. Clarice, I'll call you later. Okay. Lane, will you find out what Larry's up to? Yeah, I will if I can. Okay.
Wish us luck. Oh, run, honey, run!
That's very strange. Well, was anything missing?
No, not that I could tell. Mark's September article was still safely locked in the files.
Mrs. Oliver said there have been no strange phone calls the last couple of days either. Well, what now?
I'm not really sure. I wonder if Mark is up at his cabin. I should probably give him a call.
Yeah, you probably should. But if you don't mind, I'm going to sit down, relax, rest my feet for just a little while, okay?
Yeah, you must be pretty well exhausted.
Oh, it's been one of those days. That weather out there surely isn't helping either.
Now, tell me something. What's all this about Larry not being around to see Jean today?
Oh, yes?
I have a package for a Cecile DePullian yet?
Yes, that's me. Right, come on in. Get out of the rain for a little while. Oh,
Thank you, miss.
wow.
Boy, it's murder out there.
What?
The rain. I can hardly see to drive.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Everything seems to be here. Shall I sign something?
Yes, please. Wherever you can find a dry
All
spot.
right. Okay. All right.
Thank you, miss. You have a nice day. And stay home if you can.
Right. Drive carefully. Bye-bye. Ooh. Plane ticket to freedom. Okay, get to Chicago, get on that silver bird, and fly away out of this mess. Gotta be careful, Cecile. You've got to be very, very clever. First place they're going to be watching is the Chicago Turnpike, so you can't do that. You can't take that turnpike. Back roads. Just take the back roads. Where's my map? Back roads. Nice, safe, quiet. Back roads.
Take your raincoat off. Some towels there. Dry off. Boy.
Where's the umbrella?
Right out. Here, have a towel. Listen, do you want some coffee? Make some coffee.
Sure.
I have instant. That's all I got. Is that all right?
It's fine.
All right. You got that hang up there? Fine. It's really soaking wet outside. Can't believe it. So, do you know that I saw your brother?
Yeah, I had lunch with him.
Yeah? Did he tell you that, I'm beginning to change my mind about Cecile?
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah? So what do you think?
I think it's hopeless.
Well, I'm not so sure. I mean, if I can figure out some way to show that, Alma was dead when Cecile came into the room, that...
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the sugar. The sugar's usually where the coffee is.
Oh. Well, there it is on the counter. How are you going to prove someone else went into the room?
I don't know. I guess first of all, I have to find somebody with an equally strong motive. Let's go over to the tape. Come on. Let me clear this stuff off.
Oh, is that your next article for Bravo?
Well, no, not really. It's just some notes that I made. I haven't really put it together yet, but let's not talk about that, all right? Or Cecile, let's talk about us for a change, huh?
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. That's weird.
What's weird?
The sugar bowl.
It's a nice sugar bowl. I don't think it's particularly weird.
No. I usually keep it in the cabinet. That's what's weird about it.
Mark, you have a million things on your mind. How could you possibly remember where you put the sugar bowl?
Yeah, darn.
Thank you.
Some water first. Ready?
Yeah.
Want some milk? Forget it, I don't have any.
Well, thanks a lot.
Sorry. Is that enough? Oh, forget it. Wait a minute. My papers.
What about them?
Were my papers in a pile, or were they all scattered around?
Well, I think they were all scattered. Why? Mark, what is the matter with you?
I know that I left my papers in a neat pile.
You are not the most organized person. How could you possibly...
Wait a minute. I know how I left them.
Okay.
Right.
Fine.
Good. Hold it. Don't drink that. What? Hello?
Mark, it's Sandy.
Yes, Andy?
Yeah, Mark, someone broke into the editorial department of Bravo last night. We didn't discover it until a couple of hours ago.
The editorial department?
Yeah, as soon as I heard about it, I came over to Dad's to make sure that your articles were still locked in the file.
Are they still there?
They're safe, but, well, I don't know. I just thought you should know about it.
Sandy, I've got something that you should know about. I have the feeling that somebody broke into my cabin when I wasn't here this morning.
This part of Another World was brought to you by delicious mountain-grown Folgers coffee. Mountain-grown coffee is the richest, most aromatic kind of coffee there is. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.